What is the date? Okay, none of this February, March business like last time. Okay, so we are gonna record right away. In 3, 2, 1. This episode of Nintendo Dads is brought to you by our amazing patrons over at patreon.com/NintendoDads. For as little as $1 a month, you can join the family of wonderful patrons who are supporting us every single month on Patreon to make incredible content just like this. So head over to patreon.com/NintendoDads today. Welcome to Nintendo Dads, episode 68. On tonight's episode, we discuss the latest Nintendo Direct with Dave from Dayspace.com, as well as get some impressions of Twilight Princess HD. Justin's journey into the wilderness continues as I cue the music. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Dads podcast. My name is Zach Erickson, and tonight is March 9th, 2016. Joining me tonight for our wonderful celebration of Nintendo Direct, it's Jesse Waldeck. What's going on, Jesse?
I feel like today is the pharmaceutical cast.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm doped up on meds. You said you weren't feeling well earlier.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like feeling this show usually, doing this show usually kind of picks up my spirits. I also have, for some reason, this right here on the stream, you're not seeing it. This is a bag of dry Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is calming my stomach for some reason, and I don't know why. So I'm not going to eat it on the show because that's just rude.
It's all those extra chemicals they've had. Have you seen the ingredients list?
Yeah. Hey, man, whatever works. Speaking of whatever works, joining us as well is Dave.
Wow, that was epic.
Well, I appreciate whatever works versus speaking of rude, which is what it was about to be. So thank you,
Speaking
Zach.
of random chemicals.
Yeah. Right on. Well, thanks, man. Your timing is good because we've got a Nintendo Direct to talk about. We've got all sorts of goodness, so I think we head straight into the news.
Do it.
He gave me a hard time because I wasn't doing to do it.
So. I know, man.
No one has. Marty didn't do it. I'm just like, I'm determined.
Yeah,
somebody's got to actually fill in for Justin.
Yeah, little did everybody know that this was actually an audition. Yeah, right on. So this week, I mean, I think it's a great week to have, to be on the show. And we've got a ton of stuff to talk about. We had the Nintendo Direct on Thursday, and it ended up being 42 minutes almost, which was a wonderful improvement over the 6-minute Pokemon Direct. I'm just going to put that out there. The
normal 24-minute one would have been an improvement over the 6-minute one.
Does anybody think that the Pokemon Direct was supposed to be part of this Direct, maybe? And they changed their mind at the last minute and thought that Pokemon should stand by itself?
Well, I think because it was the 20th anniversary the next day, I think that it was probably still an okay move because I don't know. I feel like the Pokemon company is separate enough from Nintendo that they like to have their own Direct, right? If it's a spin-off game, then that's fine, right? Like if it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon Picross, that's fine. They can have their, they can throw into the Nintendo Direct. But with Pokemon X and Y, the announcement was separate as well. Right, and so I feel like their mainline games are separate, and I'm okay with that. I feel like it was okay because then this was just not really it would have blended in a whole lot more, and they want that announcement to be a big announcement.
I was just hoping for a little bit more news to make it more than 6 minutes.
Yeah,
because they have to have stuff somewhere.
I mean,
they could have made it maybe 15 minutes.
Pokemon has plenty of stuff to talk about right now. And they didn't take that opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah.
That Virtual Console, bank compatibility is great, right? Sun and Moon, that's great. What about Pokken Tournament? What about the trading cards? What about, everything else amazingly that's Pokemon this year? The movies coming out as remasters. There was plenty to talk about.
I think the thing is though is that sometimes less is more, and for them, they didn't want to just give a barrage of information. They wanted the messaging to be very clear, very specific. Hey guys, virtual console coming out tomorrow, virtual console coming out tomorrow. You're gonna be able to take those, bring them to your new game. In other words, while you're celebrating about Pokemon tomorrow on the Saturday, be excited about the new game too, right? That's basically, and so it was a very deliberate sort of messaging. Whereas if they would have thrown all that other stuff in there, it would have been lost. Their real message that they really wanted to drive home would have been lost. And they still got to talk about Pokken Tournament. They likely knew that there was going to be a direct last week as well, and so it worked out. I think it was deliberate, and I think that it ended up, they accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. The only problem with that is that I think they let people down who expected more than that as well. So
and I think they're taking lessons of lesser from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Talk about NX.
I think that the Pokemon Direct worked. I wasn't gonna go get a new 3DS or buy those Virtual Console games that day, unless I got that hype, and Sun and Moon being announced was the hype. There you go,
Yeah.
Dave. I have a reason to play the Virtual Console games. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Now, if I can trade them on, that was huge. So, I mean, I think it worked, but I don't know. I wanted more.
I still want to know what Missing No is going to do.
Oh, I bet you that it just won't transfer.
It'll say error.
I mean, they don't even necessarily, back in the day, what's the website where you can create the Pokemon and then hack your trade center thing? Anyway, I had discovered how to create hacked Pokemon, and if it doesn't pass the test, it just won't let you transfer them into bank. And so that, I guarantee you, that's what they're going to do in this one too.
On Earth, they're going to block Mews, even though they're not supposed to be catchable in the game. Yet they are, due to it is a glitch. It is a glitch activated not by external means. It's part of the game.
Is
Right.
does Missing No have a Dex number?
No.
So, I mean, honestly, it'd be super cool if they just said, we're just going to make that an unlisted Pokemon and make it transfer. And no, it won't break anything, but it's like this just like code thing.
Just take up space and not do anything.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just fun to have it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into this direct here. We've got a lot of stuff to go through. So
yeah, I tried to do a live react on it, and I didn't have a chance to test my levels as well as I wanted to before it started. So you can barely hear me say anything.
Marty said he liked it on Reactor Radio. He watched it.
All right, I haven't heard. I don't think I even saw his episode come down yet. But
nice.
I know I haven't. I'll listen to his show later this week.
Right on. So basically, let's just go through chronologically, and I have Nintendo's press announcement as well, or the press release. So we can pull dates and stuff like that. So we started off with Star Fox Zero, and Miyamoto's there talking about it. There were rumors this game was delayed, but it looks like that is not the case. So Star Fox Zero is indeed still confirmed for April 22nd. I saw a story later on that the transformable Arwing amiibo, they did prototype it, but it ended up being not safe for children, and so they scrapped it, and so we won't be getting that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an excuse. It was for adults anyway.
Yeah. What sort of kids get these amiibos anyway? Come on. So yeah, that's April 22nd, and I think this game looks a lot better. They've done some improvements. In fact, I think it was on, it was either Game Explainer or Nintendo World Report. They had a